What's up, Gacha gamers? It's been 3 years since SINoALICE got first released in Japan, and there were a lot of exciting collaborations during that period, so we've decided to review all of them in this one video. Please keep in mind that besides Nier Automata and Replicant, which have been announced days prior to global release in SINoALICE, the rest of the collabs for the global version haven't been confirmed by the Square Enix or Pokelabo. But let's keep our fingers crossed and start saving up those twilight crystals. And starting with the first collab that will be of 2 parts and has been confirmed, it's Nier Automata, which launches on July 16th, and Nier Replicant, which will debut later in August 6th of 2020. Nier Automata has helped Yoko Taro reach the celebrity status in the gaming industry, so it can't be more befitting than to have Nier Automata become the first official collab with SINoALICE. During this special collab, there is a very high chance global players will get to unlock one of the limited characters for free, since this is what happened during Japan's event period when the developers gave 2B Breaker class completely for free. There will be a total of 5 classes, A2 as a Breaker, 9S as a Paladin, 2B will have even 2 classes, Crusher and Breaker, and finally Yoko Taro's own mascot Emil will be available as a Cleric. All of these classes, except for 2B's Breaker, will be obtainable through Grimoire Gacha. Since these characters don't have almost any extra classes, their level up bonuses will be shared between each other, meaning the usual class level up bonus will now affect every character that is from Nier Automata collab. So if you obtain all 5 of these character classes, they will share their class upgrades between each other. This and every other collab mentioned after this one will share the same similar mechanic in order to compensate the lack of character classes. And let's not forget, you can also expect an original collab story that will get twisted into SINoALICE's world building, where we will see 2B fighting through an onslaught of enemy puppets and unfold a new chapter in its existential crisis story. The event's gameplay will be like similar to any other. You'll be collecting and exchanging medals obtained through the event battle stages. The next collaboration on our list is Nier Replicant. It's been more than a decade since the original Nier's release, titled Nier Gestalt and renamed afterwards to just simply Nier for the Western audiences. Nier Replicant took this original story and made some slight changes to it. There's also been an announcement from Sony that they will be releasing a remastered version of Nier Replicant for PS4 owners, so this only makes the collab with SINoALICE even more exciting. One of the first things you should be expecting from this collab is to get awarded with the Young Nier's Paladin class as a bonus for logging in during the events period. From the Grimoire Gacha, you can expect to find Kainya as a Breaker, Young Emil as a Mage, and finally Devila and Popola as a Cleric. There are 2 classes that have been released only during the second rerun of the event, so it can't be confirmed if they will be running on the first collab on August 6th. Also, there are 2 more classes that we've decided to keep it in secret, so you can find out for yourselves once the event is live. Just know this, they are not obtainable through the gacha. And just like from the previous Nier Automata collab mentioned, you will focus on obtaining special event currency to exchange for random upgrade materials and more. And of course, you can expect SINoALICE to have a twisted take on the innocent story of a brother trying to save his sister. Our third collab on the list, and the last of Yoko Taro's creations, will be Drakengard 3, also known as Dragon Dragoon, which they really should have stayed with this name. This was an exclusive PS3 game that got released in 2014 and predates the other 2 Drakengard games. A woman named Zero, who can manipulate magic through her singing, teams up with a dragon named Mikhail to find and dispose of her 5 sisters who rule the world that they inhabit. Yoko Taro likes to exhibit his inner genius, so he just named the sisters after the numbers. You will unlock Zero's Breaker class as a login bonus, but her Cleric class is going to be obtainable from the gacha. Other character classes in the gacha will be Human Mikhail as a Paladin, Accord as a Sorceress, and the first 3 sisters, 1, 2, and 3, all of which will be Breakers. The 4th sister, who is a Crusher, will be purchasable from the in-game shop, and finally the 5th sister, who is a Paladin, will be unlockable after completing the collabs event. The more you level up these collab weapons and classes, the more access you will gain to the exclusive SINoALICE story takes on them. You can also expect to find Mikhail in his dragon form and the 5 sisters appearing as SS Rarity Nightmare summons. And just like other special collab events, making sure you use these newly unlocked weapons and classes will award you with an increased amount of Zero medals, which will be used to exchange for items. Our next collab on the list, in no particular order, is Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. After its initial launch on 2016, it has been downloaded over 40 million times worldwide. Another spin-off called War of the Vision Activision's Final Fantasy Brave Exvius got released just a few months ago during the month of March. Both of the games have a huge fan following, and so it comes off with no surprise that SINoALICE got this collaboration in its Japan version. Although Brave Exvius is a titan of a game that features a roster of hundreds of Final Fantasy characters, SINoALICE has only two of them, Rain and Fina, the two protagonists of Brave Exvius. Rain, as a breaker, was awarded to players as a login bonus, and Fina, as a gunner class, was locked behind the Gacha system. During the collab event, you were also able to unlock Final Fantasy themed armor. But most importantly, what makes every Final Fantasy game special are the summons, or sometimes called espers. Our records show that Odin, Shiva, and Bahamut were some of the summons that appeared as unlockable nightmares. And for the fans of Little Mermaid and the Three Little Pigs, which are yet to come to global, they will receive their own special Final Fantasy themed classes. Here at Gacha Gamer, this next collab is the most we're excited about. It's the mastermind genius himself, Lelouch of the Rebellion from Code Geass. Since the premiere of its anime, Code Geass has gathered many prestigious awards. Critics have praised the series for its narrative, characters, strong voice acting, large audience appeal, as well as the cross conflicts shown among the main characters and the moral questions presented. But the best part about all of this? In SINoALICE, you get Zero as the gunner class completely for free just by logging into the game during the collab period. To unlock Lelouch himself, who is a sorcerer by the way, you will need to participate and get lucky with the Gacha system. Along with him, there will also be Suzaku as a breaker and Cece as a minstrel. Euphemia's cleric class will be locked behind an in-game app purchase. And of course, let's not forget that Code Geass is a mecha anime in disguise, so you can expect to see the iconic Lancelot to show up as a nightmare in SINoALICE. Aside from that, all of the other mechanics will remain the same. You will grind the collab event stages in order to exchange for limited prizes and uncover a dark fairy tale intertwined with political mecha anime. Next collab we're covering is about a dude who gets transported to a fantasy world and apparently resets a timeline every time he dies. We're talking about none other than Re:Zero starting a life in another world. You will unlock the protagonist Subaru as a sorcerer just by logging in during the event. The rest of the classes will be available exclusively through the limited Grimoire Gacha banners. In there, you will find Cleric Emilia, two of Rem's classes which are Paladin and Crusher, and finally Reinhardt, who will be a breaker. It also just so happens that PlayStation announced a new addition to the series coming called Re:Zero, starting life in another world, The Prophecy of the Throne. This will be a visual novel type of game that includes unique choice making. The original author of Re:Zero, Tappe Nagatsuki, is going to be fully supervising the game's story. This new game is set to release in winter 2020, so this could be a very good reason for SINoALICE to have a collab launched together to cross-promote each other. Finally, we're bundling the last three collabs together. The first collab of the three was Gem's Company that awarded every player with a Hoshina Hinaka Crusher class as a login bonus. Gem's Company is a virtual idol group that is being produced by Square Enix and Dare Stage. It's an interesting concept that you can see for yourself by checking out Gem's Company YouTube channel. The second of the three collabs are the Space Invaders, which features a rather provocative costume and a cleric class that you will get to unlock for Princess Kaguya. Finally, the last of the bunch is probably the one that is most bizarre, but truly the one you should save your Twilight gems for. It's the Fishing Star collab that will feature Snow White as a tuna cleric and Pinocchio as a tuna paladin. I don't know about you guys, but this is the collab we're sincerely hoping will get released during this summer so we can play our favorite tuna classes. We've gone through so many collabs, let's not forget about limited events like swimsuit models of our favorite characters that could potentially be coming out very soon, since it's very popular to do these types of events during the summer period. And that's basically it for this video. If you're in need of weapons tier list and a guide for SINoALICE, make sure to check out the links below the video or head on over to gachagamer.com. Also make sure to subscribe to our channel for more gacha gaming videos, hit the like button, and leave a comment to let us know which collab you will be saving up your Twilight crystals for. This was Toby with Gacha Gamer, thank you for watching us, see you in the next video.